light and heat, or what I'd say dominate the darkness, physical and psychological benefits. You will want to have fuel. Fuel first, then the device. Fuel, plus a generator, lanterns, a fireplace, a fire pit. They make these little fire pits people use outside in the summer now. Having a lot of fuel is extremely important. Just during that blackout, I don't know how many trips I made to the gas station because I had 2 stupid little 1-gallon cans. So I went out and bought some big cans after that. Batteries. And I say batteries before the flashlights. It's great, they have some of these non-battery using flashlights. They're somewhat adequate. But you want real flashlights that are bright, that have batteries in them, that are, extremely bright so that you can light up whatever area. You can use them for signaling or this, that, or whatever. But it's very important. I also personally like, does anyone know what this is? Yes. I personally love night vision devices because it allows me to see at night without anybody else knowing that I can see at night. It's a great advantage. You should look into it. Night vision is dropping. You want what's called a minimum of Gen 3 or Generation 3 NVM's night vision monocular. The price is falling. It's down in the $3,000 range now. It's a fantastic piece of kit, and it allows you to see without being seen. And as I was saying, batteries. It's nice now they put the dates on the batteries so you'll know how long they should last. On every shopping trip, I try to stock up on extra packs of batteries, or anytime they're on sale, I stock up. So, candles, waterproof matches, lighters, flint and steel. I have in my kit there flint and steel for sparking a fire. Hand warmers. You have to avoid detection as well. So, blackout cloth. If you're home and you've got light and heat and power and everything else, and nobody else does, you're going to be swamped. You're going to invite an invasion. Cloth to black out your windows. Duct tape, nails, tape. All of that. You do not want 10,000 of your closest friends to visit you. You're just in time for dinner. So cardboard, duct tape, and avoid powering up at night if everyone else is blacked out. It's not a way to be neighborly. And no supplies. Now that's light and heat, ammo, I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. So finally, thank you all very much for coming. I hope these few tips will at least make you think. You don't have to go out and do everything, but just start. I don't have everything perfectly in my house, but I'm thinking about it. The family's thinking about it, and we've made the commitment and the decision that we are going to cowboy up. We are going to be tough. We are not ever going to a FEMA camp. And I hope that you never end up in a FEMA camp or under government care, that you remain sovereigns of your own bodies and your own families. Does anybody have a question? Yes?
We have 2 cars.
Yes.
One of them is an all-wheel drive truck that gets 18 miles to the gallon. One of them is a small front drive sedan that gets about 30. We have to leave. Which one should we use?
I would take the truck, and the reason why is space. You can sleep in it more comfortably, and if you have to smash through something, you have more mass to deal with it. So, gasoline is an issue, but that's what I would do. Any other questions? Yes?
What martial arts do you know?
Myself?
Yes.
I know Taijutsu. I know, that's where I have a black belt in actually. I know a fair bit of Judo, that's where I started at. I know some Taekwondo. I know some Philippine stick fighting. I know, I've taken some Kung Fu, some Shotokan karate, Kempo karate, a couple other things. My whole life I've been practicing. practicing.
What is the first one you mentioned?
Judo, well, oh, Taijutsu.
Yeah, what is...
That's an Okinawan police martial art. Oh,
Okay.
it's really cool. It's a lot of movement, a lot of locks, a lot of counter striking. Oh, it's great.
Yeah, my sons and I, my son and one of my sons and I are black belts in Taekwondo, and I still practice it. I just love it. But some of those others you mentioned, our instructor has taught us stick fighting and stuff.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Yeah.
I love it. So, and hopefully you'll never. And my son is a brown belt in Kempo. So he's 14 now, and he had a. Sorry, this is me bragging. He had a little problem at school on the bus this year, and 6 guys tried to beat him up. And he's much more controlled and intelligent than I, so he gave him a little bit, just enough, and then, see, I would have lost my mind, but he didn't. And then the next day, he was promoted to the cool kids table at school. Any other questions? Yes, sir.
I apologize, came in a little late. What's your minimum ammo stockpile?
Tons.
It's how much money do you make? So I can.
I mean, 2,000 rounds.
Well,
10,000.
here's the thing. Ammo is extremely expensive. I would rather that anybody here who's interested in that go out, acquire the weapon, buy a bunch of ammo, get training, and shoot as many rounds as possible so you know that you're going to hit your target when you shoot at. I would rather have 100 rounds of ammo left, but the confidence of knowing that for each round I'm going to hit my target, than having 1,000 rounds and not being confident that I can hit my target. So, but I mean, I always have with me, I don't know, 4 or 5 mags of rifle ammo and 4 or 5 mags of pistol everywhere I go.
Okay.
Don't take that. So, but, I mean, I just bought 3,000 rounds of 223 the other day. So, yes, sir.
While we're on the question of ammo, you mentioned the 12 gauge and 20 gauge is common for the shotgun. How about some pistol common rounds, also inexpensive common rounds?
I won't mention inexpensive common rounds because there are no longer any inexpensive common rounds.
Okay.
But I would suggest that somebody use a minimum 9mm. That wouldn't be my preferable round, but my wife is comfortable with a 9mm Smith & Wesson. I would recommend that if you're going to acquire a firearm that you start with a minimum of 357 Magnum, such as, I think there's one picture here. This is a special 357 Magnum from Smith & Wesson. It has 8 shots in the wheel, has rails so you can put a light and laser on the bottom. My sidearm of choice is a 45. So that is a very common caliber. It's available almost everywhere where ammo is available. Smith & Wesson 40, so it's called 40 S&W, is another very good target stopping round. So those are the rounds that I would recommend in handguns. So 357 or 40 S&W or 45 ACP. So in rifle ammo, I would recommend 30 caliber rifle ammo. I would recommend an M14 or an M1 Garand as a great battle rifle. It's available fairly inexpensively through the Department of Civilian Marksmanship and looks much more antique than a real model of an M16 or M4. But guess what? You hit someone with an M16 or M4, it may not do the job. You hit somebody with a 30 caliber round from an N1 World War II era rifle, it will do the job. So I recommend an M14 or an M1 Garand rifle. So people will debate those forever, but they are proven man stoppers. General Patton called the M1 Garand the finest war implement ever invented.